What's good, everyone? Welcome to Summon the Pack. If you're new to the channel, my name's Jake, and I have here the third and final box out of this vintage Magic collection that I bought off of eBay some time ago. Excuse me. Now, if you haven't checked out the first two videos, you should definitely do that. We pulled out some real treasures out of those boxes. I'm super excited to get into this third one. It's taking some time to go through and sort these and edit the video, so I'm not exactly sure when I'm gonna get them all posted in relation to each other, but let's start diving in. I'm trying to do my best to you know, kind of edit and speed up through the process so that we don't have to, you know, watch me go through thousands of cards of bulk. But yeah, so let's just start hopping in. Oh, I should pull this out for the prof, right? He does a little segment called Tellurian Winds, I believe. Is Fadeaway worth anything? I don't know. I think it might be, maybe. Ooh, Windfall, that's a good one. Boil, is Boil worth something? I don't know, maybe. So what I've basically kind of been doing is just going through, pulling out any card that I think might have some non-bulk value. Goblin Matron might be. I don't know. It's a Goblin Tutor. Goblin Offensive I don't think is worth anything. But maybe. Oh, Goblin Lackey. I think Goblin Lackey's worth something. Look at that art. How sweet is that? That's pretty cool. Wild Worm. I'm also finding, ooh, here we go. Some Lotus Petals. These are like, I mean, these are worth something. Jet Medallion, I think, is maybe, ooh, Phyrexian Tower. All right, that's pretty sweet. It was a reprint. It's not reserve list, but, oh, Sphere of Resistance. Nice, that's definitely worth something. I don't think Metallic Silver is worth anything. I don't think. We'll, oh, yes! Oh, baby. All right. Yep. That's a Grim Monolith. It's in pretty good condition, too, I'd say. There's some... I don't know if that's wear or just like it's dirty, but... Yeah, that's, okay. That's pretty sweet. Let's set that aside. Okay, Thran Turbine. I think Thran Turbine's worth something too. Oh, what? Okay, all right. Yep, this artifact stack is definitely working out, I'd say. Wall of Junk, I think it's just junk. Noetic Scales, this is a rare out of Urza Saga. We'll set that aside. I don't know if that's worth anything. Worn Power Stone, maybe. Okay. So we are like a small handful of cards in, and we're already pulling some heaters. Okay, let's yeah, let's keep that going. Oh, there's a Treachery. We pulled a Treachery earlier, I believe. That's sweet. Argothian Elder. That's kind of cool. Untap 2 target lands. That's kind of fun. Let's set that aside. Cradle Guard. Oh, how sweet would it be if we got a Gaia's Cradle? Spike Drone comes into play with 1/1/1/1 counter on it. Remove a +1/+1 counter from Spike Drone, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Oh, I don't think that's worth anything. Sporogenesis. During your upkeep, you may put a fungus counter on target non-token creature. Whenever a creature with a fungus counter on it is put in a graveyard, put a sapling token into play for each of those fungus counters. Treat those as 1/1 green creatures. Leaves play, that doesn't seem great, but it's rare, so I'll set those aside. Oh, Winter's Grasp, the green land destruction. That's cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Spike Drone's not worth anything. Respite. Respite's one of those more interesting fog effects. It costs a green and a colorless, but creatures deal no combat damage this turn, and then you gain 1 life for each attacking creature. That's kind of cool. I'm actually gonna set those aside because I think that's kind of a fun fog effect. Rampant Growth. These are different, older, cool art, so I'm gonna set those aside. Pincer Beetle. Pincer Beetles cannot be the target of spells or abilities. Before they had the keyword. Whenever a creature is put into a graveyard from play, that creature's controller may draw a card. Oh, that's kind of cool. Might be good in, like, Marin, maybe? I don't know. Hidden Predators, there's another rare. When one of your opponents controls a creature with power 4 or greater, if Hidden Predators is an enchantment, it becomes a 4/4 that counts as a beast. Oh, that's interesting. Carpet of Flowers, it's Hidden Gorillas. This is different. Let's see. When one of your opponents successfully casts an artifact spell, if Hidden Gorillas is an enchantment, it becomes a 5/3 creature with trample. That's kind of cool. That could actually just be used in Commander as like a 1 casting cost 5/3 because everyone plays enchantments. Carpet of Flowers is pretty sweet. During your main phase, you may add up to X mana of 1 color to your mana pool, where X is the number of islands target opponent controls. It's pretty cool. I think that's pickable. Turnabout, I think, might be... Ooh, there's a Mind Over Matter. Turnabout, tap or untap all artifacts, creatures, or lands target player controls. That could be worth something, maybe. Mind Over Matter, it's a rare. You choose and discard a card, tap or untap target artifact, creature, or land. I think Mind Over Matter was used with before Tolarian Academy was banned. How creepy is that art? Oof. Yeesh. Mana Leech. I vaguely remember this card. You may choose not to untap Mana Leech during your untap phase. You can tap it to tap a land. As long as Mana Leech remains tapped, that land is not untapped during its controller's untap phase. Huh, interesting. Oh, Worship. Nice. It's pretty minty, too. Nice. Alright, set that one aside. Gothian Enchantress, that's a good one. Can't be the target of spells or abilities whenever you successfully cast enchantment, draw a card. That's sweet. Hidden Herd. Whenever one of your opponents plays a non-basic land, if Hidden Herd is enchantment, it becomes a 3/3 creature that counts as a beast. That's pretty sweet. Retaliation. Hidden Spider. Guy's Bounty. What is this? Search your library for up to 2 forest cards. Reveal them, put them in your hand, shuffle your library afterwards. That's actually kind of a nice little ramp spell. Because it says forest cards and not basic forest, you can just get like, you can get your like Overgrown Tombs and Stomping Grounds and whatnot. Oh, Reign of Filth. That's actually pretty good. Ooh, Scourge Familiar too. That's a nice little set of cards there. Reign of Filth, if you're not familiar, costs a black, and then each land you control gains sacrifice this land, add black to your mana pool. It's a good little combo card. Same with Scourge Familiar. It's a good combo card for EDH. Costs 5. It's 3/2 flyer, but you choose and discard a card, then you add black mana to your mana pool. Can be pretty good. I actually think Scourge Familiar was just reprinted and put in the latest Commander set. There's another Reign of Filth. No Rest for the Wicked. You sacrifice No Rest for the Wicked. Return to your hand all creature cards put into your graveyard from play this turn. That's kind of cool. Set those aside. There's another Phyrexian Ghoul. I don't think Phyrexian Ghoul is really worth anything, but it's playable. Well, there's a rare back there. I wonder what that is. Dread of Night. Oh. Brink of Madness. During your upkeep, if you have no cards in hand, sacrifice Brink of Madness, and target opponent discards his or her hand. That's kind of cool. Destroy all creatures of any creature type of your choice. Oh, there's another Scourge Familiar. That's sweet. Ghoul. Darkest Hour. All creatures are black. Alright. I remember Corrupt being one of my favorite cards back in the early days of Magic. Corrupt deals 1 damage to target creature or player for each swamp you control. When Corrupt successfully deals damage to a creature or player, you gain life equal to that damage. So when we first started playing Magic, it would be like we would, you know, you'd have, it wouldn't be unusual to have like, I don't know, 20 swamps, 10 swamps on the board or whatever. Right. Set that Unicorn aside for my... Ooh, there's another land tax. We pulled a land tax from one of the earlier boxes. That's sweet. That's a great one. Opalescence? Nice. Glorious Anthem. There's a rare. All creatures get +1/+1. These are interesting because they have... So it costs a white and 2 colorless. It's an enchantment. Whenever one of your opponents successfully casts a creature spell, if Opal Acrolith is an enchantment, it becomes a 2/4 creature that counts as a guardian. But you can pay 0 to make it become an enchantment. I don't know if this is worth anything, but having a repeatable and infinitely repeatable ability that you can trigger on a creature can be interesting. So we'll pull those aside. Soul Warden, I think that's worth pulling aside. Equipoise, I think we set that aside as well. There's all these runes of protection. You guys remember these? They weren't circles of protection in this set. You could pay a white to prevent all damage to you from a blue source, and they had cycling. Those are kind of interesting. I don't think they're worth anything, but if you guys see me pass over something that's worth something too, make sure you call it out in the comments. This is Erase, not worth anything, but I love the art from this era, so I'm gonna set that aside. Spoiler alert, looks like we have a big stack of lands. Oh, there's another Lotus Petal, that's sweet. The Urza block, definitely one of my favorite blocks, for sure. It was at kind of, ooh, Gamble, that's nice. Just drop it. Definitely at the time where I was first, like, just very, very, ooh, Blood Moon. Nice. When I was super, super into Magic, I was young. What else do we have? Brave. Alright. That original Blood Moon from the Dark, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, but I was really young. I loved Ooh, Bulwark is a rare. During your upkeep, Bulwark deals 1 damage to target opponent for each card in your hand greater than the number of cards in that player's hand. Well, that's not good. Raging Goblin. So at the time I had like a mono black deck, and I had, Vishino Sandswimmer, there's rares. 2 of those, set those aside. I had a mono black deck, and I also had like a blue control deck with like Thieving Magpies and Cursed Scrolls and stuff. And then I had, of course, I had a Yawgmoth's Bargain deck. The super broken combo decks. I've been pulling aside these Urza lands too, just because and the Mirage lands, because I personally kind of like them. I think they're kind of cool. These Ice Age ones too. All these old border lands I think are kind of cool. Super nostalgic to me. I don't think they're really worth anything, maybe a little bit, but maybe I can get enough of them, of the arts, to be able to put together like a matching like draft set. That would be pretty sweet. And actually some of these are in pretty good condition. Like this is, well, maybe not. Some are better than others. So these are cycling lands that come into play tapped. I don't remember, were these the ones that were reprinted, or? There's a couple more Lobotomies. I think Lobotomy is a rare. I think. Find out after I get through these. Last stack over here. Are these just going to be land as well? I'd be kind of disappointed if we just finished this whole opening with just a bunch of land. Ooh! Another Force of Will. Nice! So that's our second Force of Will we pulled out of this box. So that's pretty sweet. Alright, let me get this cleaned up a little bit, and I'll see you back in a second. And we're back. So that took a little bit of research and digging. Turns out I don't know the prices of a lot of these cards as well as I thought I did. If they're off by a little bit, or a lot, there's probably been a bit of a lag between when I'm getting this recorded and actually getting it posted, between editing and just other videos that I have queued up and life. So let's run through them real quick though. I think we did really, really well in this last box. I'm kind of glad this was the last box we opened. As you can see, there's a pretty big amount of cards laying here. So Equipoise comes in about $2.50. Reign of Filth is about $2 a piece. We got 3 of them. Scourged Familiar, like $4.50 or so, even though it was reprinted. Lotus Petal, I was thrilled to see, is like $8 to $9 a piece. I remember when it was only like a couple bucks, so that's pretty great. Thran Turbines, about $2.50 each. We got 2 of those. Windfall, still about $3, even though I think this was just reprinted. Turnabout's about $4 a piece. Goblin Offensive, it's only a couple bucks, but still not bad. OG Blood Moon, about $60. Now, keep in mind the condition of these. A lot of these are not near mint, so you know, prices would be adjusted accordingly. Worship, about $7. Force of Will, it looks like it's about 100, but again, condition, and you know, I wouldn't be able to find anyone to actually give me $100 for this, but still super cool to have. Noetic Scales, it's about $4.50. Sphere of Resistance, I was super surprised. This is actually like a $20 bill. Who would have thought? I thought it was like 10, but I guess that's what happens with old cards that aren't getting reprinted. Phyrexian Tower, this is actually still 21, and despite it being reprinted in Ultimate Masters, I think. Argothian Elder, about $2.25. Opalescence, about $11. That's not terrible. Treachery is about 30. Land Tax, about 25. Mox Diamond, 270 is what I was seeing, and this Mox Diamond is super minty actually. I wouldn't be surprised if I could get I don't know, 230, 240 maybe for it. I don't know. Mind Over Matter, this one kind of surprised me too. This is like $24. Goblin Lackey, 11. Argothian Enchantress, about 14. Carpet of Flowers, this one also very much surprised me. $21 for Carpet of Flowers. It's an uncommon from Urza's Saga. I'm definitely gonna have to go back through these boxes again, because it's uncommons like this that I think, even if this were picked through, which I don't believe it was, given we found 2 duels, Force of Wills, Mox Diamonds, things like that, but Carpet of Flowers, I mean, it's an uncommon, and it's worth over $20, so I'm definitely going to have to go through these boxes again just to make sure. Gamble, about $8. Jet Medallion, this one also surprised me, $19 for a Jet Medallion. Now, again, this one's not in perfect condition, it's kind of beat up there. And it was reprinted recently, but Grim Monolith, about $165. This one's actually in pretty decent shape. I think that's just like stuff that can be wiped away, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I could get like, I don't know, 140, 150 for it maybe. And then Darkest Hour, it's a $5 bill. So yeah, I think we killed it in this box. I'm super happy. And then this was a stack of other cards that I pulled out. Like God Matron's $1, and these are a bunch, like a quarter and whatever else. So I'm gonna go through them all again. I'm debating whether or not to do like a video showing all of the cards I got. There's actually quite a few, and I don't know, maybe I'll do that down the road. It's probably gonna take me a while just to get all of these posted, but I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you enjoyed this one, chances are you will enjoy the first 2, so make sure you check those out. Your support is greatly appreciated to the channel, so if you leave a comment, subscribe, like, you know the drill, share the video. It would be greatly appreciated. And until the next one, my friends, I will see you later. Take care of yourselves, have a fantastic day, and bye-bye.